Hello everybody, I'm Master Wabbit, and let's keep playing Pyre. Previously, we did a match against some harps and we won with the help of our new harp buddy, Pamitha. We got Jodariel, her Sandra rite completed, that whole ghost thing, so now she has a custom talisman. And then we were looking into the thicket of woods here in the downside, but we got lost trying to look for Sandalwood. So, let's investigate our surroundings. You find nothing of interest while sifting through the tall brush of the under-thicket. But then... What is it, Tizo? Oh, Tizo seems to have found a clue to the whereabouts of the lone minstrel's client. The little imp brings you to a strip of bark. It does not seem unusual at first until you notice a message carved onto the inside. You found a bark strip. It must mean something. It's a trade item. This can be sold at the slug market. A sturdy strip of bark. On it is written, "Come to Cinderroot. S." We need to notify the group. So, it's some kind of message from this Sandalwood guy. Seems that way. Which way to Cinderroot? A hushed clearing south of the Glade of Lu. Grounds well traveled by Saps knowledgeable in the rites. That's kind of mean calling him Saps. It is due northwest. Perhaps we can set forth early tomorrow when the woods are still. Sounds good. Everyone rest up. Big day coming up. Alright, so from here, forage for resources, study in private, or mentor a companion. Probably ought to look for more resources. We have Since Something Falcon Ron values here in the Living Thicket, or in the Jagged Briars, sense traces of celestial residue here. Ooh, stardust. Let's take a look at the Living Thicket first. We got molten glass. Very nice. Is that another one I can sell off? Yep. We got plenty of items to sell for cash. All right, let's continue along our journey. If no one needs us in the... Anyone need us? No? Sandra, any words? Why, hello, my lovely reader. What might I do for you? What's on your mind? Let me ask you something, lovely reader. Have you any idea for how long I have been imprisoned here? Ask me to guess the duration of her exile. A year? She appears rather youthful. Surely her incarceration couldn't have been that long. 10 years? Perhaps Sandra has been trapped within the Beyonder Crystal for a long time already. 100 years? Sandra could have been in prison for much longer than her appearance suggests. 1,000 years? Maybe guessing an absurd number may do something to raise Sandra's spirits a bit. I mean, yeah, it's probably been 1,000 years. You guess that Sandra could have been in her current state of exile since well before the dawn of the current age. At first, she shows no indication that she even heard you. Close. Soon enough I shall be getting there. I've been in prison thus for 837 years. According to my count, at least, it's possible that I have lost track, although given my state, I can assure you that I have had ample time to verify my arithmetic. She goes silent for a time. Let me give you some advice. If you decide to kill the Emperor, make sure you achieve what you set out to do. I expect my own death, regardless of the outcome of my task. I was not expecting this, certainly not to be telling you about it 837 years later, or however long that it has been. Although, enough of that for now. Let us get back to business. Oh, so she's been in prison for a very long time. Come visit me again sometime when you need further practice. Or more or less a trial. Alright. Let's continue along our journey. To Cinderroot. Huh. Music jumped weirdly there. You arrive on the outskirts of Cinderroot, but once again, the informant Sandalwood is nowhere to be found. You sense the hopes of your companions waning as you search through the area yields nothing. Then, something startles the little imp Tizo. Tizo seems to be crying out in surprise. He has spotted something, or someone. A tall figure strides forward from the trees, making a sound like laughter. The imp charges towards him and leaps right into the figure's arms. They embrace. Aww. Hail, Tizo, but you look famished here. The tall sap produces something that the imp swallows immediately and with great pleasure. Saps are tree-like creatures known for their ingenuity, cleverness, and ambition. Having allied with them, the Commonwealth achieved in decades what it could not achieve in centuries. The lone minstrel nods his head in affirmation. Everyone, I wish to introduce you my client, Volfred Sandalwood. He is the lone minstrel's client, Hedwyn's informant, and leader of the Night Wings. It has been too long, Volfred, sir. Too long indeed, Tariq. I trust your new companions bring some color to your days. They do, sir. I think that you shall find them worthy of the Night Wings. The sap looks upon the lot of you. You cannot sense his thoughts. We shall see. Interesting to note on this character design here for Volfred, this little star icon that's shining down. Interesting. Then he turns to you. You must be the reader. I'm certain that we all appreciate your efforts here, my boy. Though we shall manage on our own from here on out. You're welcome to continue on with us, of course, though you are free to go. I trust you have been adequately compensated for your time. Thanks as well for looking after all of my books. You consider what to say to all of this. Volfred intends to relieve you of your duties in the group. Insist on staying. You've been assured your freedom. You categorically refuse to be cast aside so easily. Bid everyone farewell. The leader of the Night Wings has returned. You can tell when you are no longer wanted, or remain silent. This cannot be happening. To have come this far only to be brushed aside by some strange sap. Irish goodbye. I mean, my modus operandi is Irish goodbye, but at this point, I have to insist on staying. Bruh. You stand your ground, meeting Volfred's steady gaze, and assert to him that you do not feel your commitments to and from this group have yet been satisfied. Hold on. Volfred, sir, I'm Hedwyn. My companions and I are the ones who answered your call. We follow the signs you left for us. Now we're here, thanks to you and also to this reader. Not just a reader, he is our friend. My friend. He's not disposable. We made him a promise, and our freedoms are now intertwined. Volfred smirks at this. Freedom's not something to be traded or exchanged, my boy. I'd hope that you'd have come to grasp this much by now. He breathes a sigh. It seems we've started off on the wrong foot. It is not my wish to sour the occasion, for there's much to do. You have a right you need to get to, do you not? I'll come along, though shall not interfere, for it seems you have a kinship with this reader of yours. Now then, Tariq. Aye, Volfred, sir. Come, let's have a chat. Of course, sir. Volfred strides towards the black wagon, which must have belonged to him. You sense many conflicting emotions among your companions. Volfred Sandalwood join you. He knows much of the rights. Welcome aboard! Your wagon cuts through a clearing to arrive at the Glade of Lu, where the stars directed you. Volfred nods his approval, but leaves everyone to their devices. Am I the only one concerned about the beady little eyes that are in the middle of nowhere? All right. Oh, hey, you guys. You know, I guess I didn't get the word out about the new franchise, which we opened here just now, so give you a great deal. Just tell your friends, okay? Oh, and hey there, Mr. Sandalwood. Good day to you as well, Ron. Okay. I can sell this at the slug market. Proceed. What else can I sell? Sell this for 10. Proceed. And one more. 154 in total. So yeah, when you're foraging for stuff, it definitely helps. Ooh, that one's good. After dousing the adversary's Pyre, the bearer's Pyre is restored by up to +5. Ooh, that is definitely a good one. Banished by the bearer, take longer to return by a second. Oh, that's also good. Aura casting, raise the bearer's maximum range. That's pretty good. Grants the bearer +2 presence. Carrying the orb faster than usual. Oh, that's a 200. And we have our Stardust, which is variable costs. Oh, raise the rank by 2. Interesting. Okay. I like the sound of this. I'll take one of these. I shall proceed, and I'm going to upgrade that by 2. Proceed. So if I upgrade this by 2. Oh, that's only by +1. 36%. Ooh, farther and faster than usual by 21%. There we go. Tell your friends about us because I already told mine. Sure thing, Falconron. But someone wishes to speak with us in the cabin. Let's talk with Wolfred. He seems to have something on his mind. As you approach Wolfred Sandalwood, you feel very much aware that you reside within his black wagon rather than he in yours. He studies you in silence for a time. Then, Tariq, if you have a moment. Aye, Wolfred, sir. What is it? This reader. You deem him worthy by your estimation? The lone minstrel tilts his hat in your direction. If you wish my own estimation, Wolfred, sir, then I do. Of course, it is not entirely for me to say, but I have seen this reader integrating with the others well. I believe that his achievements are self-evident in having reached Black Basin. Your instructions were deliberately difficult to follow, yet he and the others followed them. Indeed, your words make sense as ever, Tariq. And what does little Tizo think of him, I wonder? Skrahiki, Tizo indicates that, as a matter of fact, he is happy to have you around. Aw, thanks, little buddy. Pretend that's head scritching. There you have it, sir. I see. He continues to examine you. High praise isn't oft spoken by those two, my boy. Nonetheless, I shall be watching you. Now, pardon us. Tariq and I have matters to discuss. They leave without another word, although you think you notice the lone minstrel look your way over his shoulder. Very nice. We've also got some lore. The Demon. Emperor Mur, scarcely could I recognize him when at last I found him. A half-starved animal, horns sprouted from his head, a bestial mirror of his blackened reputation. And I, a man who conquered countries, feared my emperor then in such a way as I had never known. My charge had been to slay this man, but when I discovered him, he was already fighting for his life. The little imp, Ha'ub, proved of little help against the Sisters of the Arch, whose entire lives were culminating in this instant. I was unable to watch. My heart ached with such pity for the man, and for the love I felt for him when I had served him, that I sprang to his defense. Interesting little bit of story here. We're still on chapter 1 of this massive story. Alright. Well, I guess there's nothing else to do except commence the rite. We've reached the celestial landmark, and soon we'll stand against your adversaries. Wonder who they're going to be. You and your fellow exiles arrived at the sacred site called Glade of Lu, and now look to the stars in the sky to signal the beginning of the rite. Sorry if my reading is a bit blah today. It's a new recording session, and I get these done really early in the morning, but I'm more of a night owl, so yeah, fun times. The woods about you bring a sense of tranquility you have not felt in some time. But then you notice one of the trees move. It shuffles toward you and regards you with an exaggerated bow. Well, goodness, by the roots of Lusclorian, it would appear the rumors are correct. The Nightwings have returned. Lusclorian 100 Minds, third of the 8 scribes of the Book of Rites, known as the Wise or the Philosopher. He is said to have fathomed every thought, and his wisdom flows through the river of his name. Interesting. Oh, but where are my manners, One moment. The sap claws at his mask with his wispy fingers. Much better. H. Manly Tinderstuff at your service. Perhaps you've heard of me. He is a sycophant who seems certain he will land a position of high standing once he is free. That would be, Manly Tinderstuff. So we don't even know what the H stands for? Alright. My fellows and myself, you perhaps know us as the Chastity. We soon shall take stand against you in the rites. For now, I am just whiling away the time, making small talk. The Chastity, a triumvirate bent on exploiting the rites to gain status in the Commonwealth, led by the sap H. Manly Tinderstuff. I'm noticing a trend with all these triumvirates is that most of the characters act opposite of what their name is. Now then, as I have introduced myself, your turns. To whom am I speaking? Then in your mind's eye, you see Volfred and hear his voice. Manly Tenderstaff is not to be trusted. Reveal neither yourselves to him nor me. Well? Beneath her mask, Jodariel stares back at him in silence. You suspect Volfred's message may have reached every member of the group. Why now, how very rude indeed. Well, fine. Ignore me, but you do so at your peril. Anyhow, once this evening's rite commences, any moment now, then I'm afraid ignoring me won't be an option any longer. Oh, and now I do believe the sky is beginning to show. We'll have to chat again some other time. Now come along, come along. Manly bows again and wanders off into a clearing as the stars begin to burn.
Once again, the stars align themselves before you, reader. And here now, at the glade of Liu, I have to say, you've come so very far. But there are those, such as your adversaries called the Chastity, who have toiled for this too. They know that with their freedom comes great opportunity. It could be yours instead. Please show the Chastity that the Nightwings are superior.
Huh. The voice wants us to win this time around. That's different. I wonder, O honored Nightwings, how well you know these woods. Why, these woods would strangle you, and I'm afraid I could do little to stop them, even if I tried. You might do better to beware of them. When Jodariel continues to ignore him, he grows upset. Why, you insolent... Then fine, let us begin the dance indeed. He shoves his mask back on in a huff. And allow me to thank you in advance for helping me return unto my proper station in the Commonwealth. So, new enemy type, Saps. Alright, so, let me see. Jodariel did get a brand new item. There we go. Caster aura farther and faster than usual by 21%. Let's get Jodariel in the front.
Jodariel.
Which means that I cannot choose Pamitha because neither of those two are unwilling to look at each other. Look at her face. She does not want to be there. Alright. I have yet to play as Sir Gilman, even though I'm terrible at playing these guys. I'm going to give you one of these. After dousing the adversary's Pyre, Bear's Pyre restored by up to +5. Let me just do a little organizing here. Alright, let's get Sir Gilman.
Sir Gilman.
And now who to fill in? Looking at the... Yeah, let's get Faye in here. But Faye needs +2 quickness. Faye has a chance to return immediately. Yeah, let's fling that orb.
Faye, it is done.
I don't think that I like that Manly very much because he keeps saying that we're rude, but I think that we're nice. Are you quite ready, finally, O Nightwings? May all those masks of yours ensure no harm should come to any of your lovely countenances. Now come along. Let's give the stars a show. What? May I present to you Humboldt Manly Jr. Why, he's every bit my equal, and is poised to guarantee the Tenderstaff line shall have a bright future. Humboldt Manly Jr. Manly Sapling, which not only has a name, but bears a similar posture and likeness to him. Okay. He goes on and on about his sapling for a while. I have had more than enough of him. This knight, now as ever, is in full accord with you on this, good Jodariel. Now, isn't he just the most precious thing that you've ever seen, The sapling is nothing but an extension of Manly. If he is banished, the sapling should cease to trouble you as well.
Manly and his offspring hold no small degree of influence within the Commonwealth, reader. There are many who would welcome his return.
Oh, darn it.
Though none so much as he himself.
Good.
Triumvirate stands unopposed.
Oh, come on. Let's just dunk it.
Nightwings thus assert themselves.
All right. Oh ho, what's this? It seems the woods themselves are closing in upon our little soiree. Oh, do be careful now. These grasping roots and vines, they may not hold you in such high esteem as I. So the gimmick of this map is that every time you score, it closes a little bit.
Your adversary Manly is comfortable in this suffocating glade.
Oops, didn't mean to do that.
For the comfort of his Commonwealth estate. Perhaps such wealth ought to be reserved instead for you.
Pass the ball. Run, Sir Gilman! Dunk.
Beauteous!
Oh dear, the woods are closing in. Uncomfortably close at that. Whatever shall we do? Perhaps if you just stand aside a while, we can put an end to this that much sooner. The woods get closer. Alright. Faye, I'm trusting you on this.
Faye, douse the flame.
So far, everything is going well. Say, have any of you noticed how it's feeling rather crowded out here, Almost as if the 100 Minds himself resents you being here. Yes, I'd rather think that's it. 100 Minds. Oh, the scribe. So, cease with all your scurrying about with that damned orb and let me handle this. Alright, Gilman, you're up.
Glory!
Alright, you Nightwings, I've had it up to here with you. Or perhaps I've simply had it up to here with all of those encroaching plants, these miserable things. Either way, I don't appreciate how you're ignoring me. Manly is not happy. Yeah, the battlefield has gotten very tight. Faye, if you would, please. Ah, no.
With that one, I'd be rather angry.
No.
Oh,
Bonk. There's that. Uh-oh. Faye?
no sign of the
Oh, no.
Chastity for now.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Faye's coming back.
Zap.
No, you don't. All right, Faye, grab it and go. Uh-oh.
Why, that was all of them. And it is done.
Boom. There we go.
The Nightwings prevail yet again.
That was a little too easy.
Adversaries prove no match for them.
So I could turn the AI up again, but that was
Thus end this night's proceedings.
difficult to say in the least. Good. That imbecile of a sap. So much talk and hot air. I knew we could prevail, though, Master Tinderstoff there. I think he's really upset now. Well, my. Oh, worry not, oh Nightwings. I'm not angry with you, honestly. But I am very, 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 very disappointed. I thought perhaps that we had something going here between us. You scratch my back, I scratch yours and all. 4 varies in a row. Someone did not pay attention in English class. Instead, however, you decide to spit in my face. Fine. We'll have to see where all your rudeness gets you. Now, ta-ta.
Always is there greater knowledge to be gained.
Jadariel, we kind of need to see the XP bar. All right.
Untouched girl has greater understanding than it seems.
The 8 scribes, they so inspire me, and now I feel that I have grown somehow closer to them. Maybe? All right, Faye. What do we got here? We can now sprinting Faye slows nearby adversaries. Faye jumps and power jumps farther than usual. I think I like that over the brief charge out. Greatly reduced. Nah, here we go. Tiso, we got Sir Gilman. All right. Gonna need to use Pamitha here for the next rites.
Until the next.
That was well done, my boy. I am beginning to see why your companions vouched for you. Don't let it go to your head, of course. Well. That's orb in the nature. You shall regain your defensive aura almost immediately. Fun fact, you can also pass the ball to the enemy and then instantly take them out. Because your aura comes back when you pass the ball. That's a fun thing you can do. After defeating the Chastity rather decisively, you return to your wagon to consider your next move. An adequate performance back there. Adequate? Yes, adequate for the next part of our plan. Go. Have your reader there consult the stars. See where they take you next. I'll give you a hint. It's further north. It's going to be high up. Did this knight hear you say high up? And it's going to be cold. We'll see. Come on, my friend. Let's have a look outside then. That plan Volfred mentioned, I just want you to know, I don't know what he means. We're here because we're going to be free again. We won't be living out our days as exiles. That's the only plan as far as I'm concerned. But there's always a catch, right? We'll see what Volfred has to say. Anyway, I'll leave you to it. No matter what, we're getting closer, thanks to you. Once more you look towards the heavens. Seek now your destination. Well, there's Lou the Vernal Star. We've got... Whoa! That's a star. That's a very top-heavy star. It's like a kindergartner drew it. But it's Soliam, the Golden Star. The Golden Star shines bright over the highest mountain in all the downside. Interact to determine the location of the next rite. It is going to be... a book? So now you see it for yourself. You are summoned to the north, where looms Mount Elodiel, and at the very top, the Fall of Soliam. Mount Elodiel, the sacred mountain on whose summit the rites were first conceived. Whether its summit is the downside's closest point to the Commonwealth or the farthest, none can say. And the Fall of Soliam. According to the stars, the next rite shall soon commence here. The temple at the highest point in the downside exists to honor the 8 scribes. You confirm the stars indicated this exactly. Volfred, sir, how did you know? Volfred smiles back at him, but you sense his thoughts as though he is directing them at you.
I too can read, my boy.
Oh.
Forbidden though the words may be.
He turns back to Hedwyn. Your reader's skill... Oh, hang on, sorry. Volfred voice. Your reader's skill, while rare, are not unique. But, as I said, I'll let him do the job. I see that you have something special going here, which benefits the plan. What plan? I thought this was about our freedom. Oh, fear not, my boy. It is, indeed. Plenty of time to tell you all about it on the way. For now, however, you look like you can use some rest. And for that matter, so can I, if you'll excuse me. You sense your companions are exhausted from their recent travels. Given the road ahead, you agree it would be best to take the night to recover as much as possible. Yep. Next stop on our journey is going to be a bit of a doozy. So I'm going to end the episode off here, and until next time, everybody, take care.